Operation Fateh Khyber. The story continues, and these rebels were given different parts of the Ottoman Empire. There is a long tail. The conflicts did not stop by 1918. The conflicts do continued. The conflicts did continue even after 1918. Of course, there were troubles between the powers as well, the allies, and of course, the rebels claim that they have not been given what was promised by the empire. Well, I believe that this is how the British Empire worked, and that they had their own way to deliver the things. Not going into details, the British elite had come into a coordination with the Jews in Europe and promised them to give the Holy Land of Jerusalem, hand over the Holy Land of Jerusalem to the Jews. Whatever had been happening, most of the things are there uh, in the history. But just jumping on to 1948, when the independent state of Israel was declared and it was granted the sovereignty by United Nations organization, it was understood that there will be two nations, one nation state for the Palestinians and the other nation state for the Jews, entitled Israel. However, Israel was granted the sovereignty, but Palestine was not granted the sovereignty for whatever the reasons. In fact, many of the reasons already known. Then there started the conflicts between the Israelis and the Arabs. There were wars starting right from 1948, going into 1950s, then 1960s, talking about the Jordanian king. It was called West Jordan by that time, and then it became Jordan because it got to the both bank of the Jordan River. And then we have the big name of Jamal Abdel Nasser, the nationalist, because I have found the great love for Jamal Abdel Nasser, the kind of a nationalist leader he was. Although there are some different views of the Islamicist against Jamal Abdel Nasser, but anyhow, the kind of love that I have found among the Arabs for Jamal Abdel Nasser, that is unique. So Jamal Abdel Nasser was there in the struggle, and then there was another leader who succeeded Jamal Abdel Nasser, Anwar Sadat. Anwar Sadat was the one who went into the agreement and the settlement with the Israelis, and he was killed by the CIA activists. Well, we had wars, many wars, and Arabs were quite strong by then, and thereafter Israel had been developing itself. Israel also developed their nuclear technology in South Africa, in one of the islands controlled by South Africa. They developed nuclear weapons. They got all the strategic weapons imported from Europe. Well, Britain was helping them, France was helping them, America was helping them, USA was helping them, and they had established an ally for them in Middle East. And this ally had been working for them for their interest. They thought that they were working for their interest, and now it seems as if the Europeans, the Americans, NATO, they are working for the interest of Israelis. But anyhow, this is what happened there. And the balance of power shifted towards the Israelis. The Arabs started losing those wars. And of course, thanks to the Britishers, the French, the Americans, it all happened so. And Israel became such a tyrant in Middle East that they invaded, brutalized, victimized every nation in Middle East. And there they stood for the greater Israel. And they kept on fighting war, brutalizing humanity throughout Middle East, more so in Gaza, Palestine.